In the press interview, Pelosi has basically stated that she didn't trust Barr, but she trusted Mueller. Coming from Washington, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Wednesday questioned Attorney General William Barr's independence from Squatter 45, arguing Barr's pursuit of 45's claims about spying during the 2016 campaign undermines his position as the nation's top law enforcement officer. And I already know that there was no spying on 45's campaign, and they're still quoting it without proof. In a wide-ranging interview with the Associated Press, the California Democrat said she was very concerned about Barr's handling of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report on Russian meddling in the campaign and accused Barr of doing 45's political bidding in his testimony at a Senate hearing. He is not the Attorney General of 45. He is the Attorney General of the United States, Pelosi told the Associated Press. I don't trust Barr, I trust Mueller. Pressure is mounting on the Attorney General in the days before his release of a version of Mueller's nearly 400-page report, and Pelosi amplified the demands from Capitol Hill to see the full document. Barr said Wednesday he expects to release a redacted version within a week. Pelosi said it's a matter of time before the full report is made public. We will see it, she said. During Pelosi's 30-minute interview in her Capitol Hill office, she took stock of the Democrats' first 100 days as the House majority in the new Congress, and despite harsh words for 45 and his advisors, she still spoke hopefully of working with him on key issues, including lowering prescription drug prices, where the two share common goals. At the same time, Pelosi vowed to keep up relentless Democratic oversight of the administration, and she did not fully close the door on impeachment proceedings, despite having recently dismissed efforts by liberal colleagues by saying that 45 is not worth it. My view is that impeachment is very divisive in the country, and when we see what we need to see, it may be imperative that he may be impeached, but up until then, he's not worth it, Pelosi said. Much will hinge on Mueller's findings, putting the Attorney General's credibility increasingly on the line. Technically, if he's working for 45, he has no credibility to begin with. Barr testified Wednesday before a Senate panel that he believes spying did occur, which it didn't, on 45's 2016 presidential campaign, or squatter campaign, aligning himself more closely with the squatter's views on the origins of the Russian investigation. 45 and other critics of the Russia probe claimed that the precursor to Mueller's investigation was launched during the Obama administration by officials abusing their surveillance power. Mueller was appointed special counsel by 45's Justice Department. Barr didn't present evidence to support the assertion, and later in his testimony appeared to backtrack, saying he wasn't certain that any wrongdoing occurred and was only interested in ensuring proper procedures were followed. Pelosi said Barr's comments undermined the Constitution and his role in the Justice Department. Department spokeswoman Carrie Kupak declined to comment. As House Democrats pursue oversight of the 45 administration beyond the Mueller probe, 45 has complained that Democrats will never be satisfied. He and his allies call it a squatter role harassment. Asked what would satisfy Democrats, Pelosi said, "I'll be satisfied when we have a new president of the United States who was a Democrat." And I agree with that, even though I'm not a Democrat, but I do agree with her in that part. And there's a little bit more to read here, but I don't want to go into whole detail. But I think that Barr is covering something up for 45. That's one of the reasons why he kept backtracking and everything, because he's covering for him.